I would never get involved, but I would always want to participate. So Uncle Mark and Uncle Johnny would get together and get some kind of plan to sneak up on Steve and use me as the bait. Outside our house in Illinois, there was this great big tree that would grow these tiniest little orange berries.
The mountain ash tree.
The mountain ash tree, yes. And it's, and you couldn't eat them. Not very tasty at all. But we also had these great big white 5-gallon buckets. And at one time, Uncle Mark and Uncle Johnny got a bucket full of those, probably close to halfway full.
Yeah.
Well, just picking berries, filling them up, and then they go get a ladder. And they climb on, they come to me and say, Dan, you start drawing a picture on the sidewalk with some chalk or something, and you call for Steve. And Steve was inside, and said, and you call for Steve, and when he comes out, we're gonna dump this bucket of berries on top of his head. So, I wasn't about to turn this down. I wanted to have fun with my brothers. So they go get a ladder and climb on top of the house and on top of the awning that goes just over our over the front door.
Just a gable.
Yes, a gable right there, yes. So they climb up to the very top with their great big bucket of mountain ash berries. And he says, go, Dan, call Steve. And I said, Steve, come and look at this picture I'm drawing on the sidewalk. And here comes Steve, and he shakes his hair off to the side and comes down, and just at the right moment, Uncle Mark and Uncle Johnny pour the bucket of mountain ash berries all over Steve. And that was our afternoon.
Vlog family, I don't know how to start things. We're working on a stir fry for supper tonight. We had a whole bunch of vegetables left over from prepping for the ratatouille we made last week, and also for the meal that Dan made, we had some extra veggies. What is that?
Almost seasoned our dressing with a bit of wood.
Oh, well, I'm glad you... So you eat it? Don't eat it.
Chew on it. There's still flavor there. Pretty good.
Dan's crushing up rosemary for seasoning for the vegetables right now. But we are trying a new seasoning on our chicken today because we, our friends Edward and Yolanda went to Japan recently, and when they came back, they brought us like a little tiny goodie bag of stuff, mostly just like little treats and stuff for us to try, and one of them was this very interesting seasoning, and I have no idea what it says, but it looks intense. And it has almost like a citrusy smell to it. So we're gonna give that a go and see how it goes, and see how it tastes. But, so this is all experimenting. So the seasoning for the vegetables, we're kind of just going with it, guessing. But that is what we're going to do. These are all of the vegetables that we have ready to go. We had leftover peas from when Dan made that meal for me. So we're going to use those in the stir fry as well. But that is that, and I will show you the finished product when it's done. This is the finished product. We went ahead and, in the chicken itself, we added some soy sauce and some oyster sauce to the flavor. And then the vegetables we just seasoned with salt, pepper, and rosemary. Oh, we added some salt to the chicken as well. And then just added a little peanuts, and there we go. Right, taking the trash out now. But Dan and I were talking about the meal, and it was very good. The flavor profile for the chicken, do we want to cut across here?
Let's wait here until he comes down.
Okay. No, the flavor profile for the chicken was along the lines Dan described it well, of like almost an Asian jerk. So it had a bite to it. The citrusy flavor was a bit calmed once we added the soy sauce and the oyster sauce, but still it had that sort of kick to it almost. But it was good. But
Agreed.
we're taking the trash out now, like I said, and then we are going to head back to the apartment, and I'm gonna text my mom and see if she wants to Skype. We have just been on a Skyping and FaceTiming kick with family between today and yesterday. Yesterday, as you guys saw, we Skyped with the Schulers in Alabama and got to see all of them. And then Dan called his gram in Wisconsin and got to talk to her, which is also lovely. And then today, earlier, we Skyped with John and Alex, his other brother and family who are in Illinois, and their 2 kids. And now we're gonna try to Skype with my mom. So that's what's going on right now. Yeah, we can go on and cross. Kidding. How are you?
Yes, sir.
Good. But yeah.
Yeah. You're gonna be famous now. Oh boy. All right. Oh, there's Kelly.
So that's what we're up to now, but this is a lot of attention, so I'm gonna end the video here.
Yes.
I just got off of work and pulled into Michael's. I need to buy a new, it's like an 18-inch clear ruler for my sewing projects. I went to start cutting some squares for a t-shirt quilt that I'm working on, and went to grab the ruler, and it's, like I said, 18 inches, so it's long, and grabbed it and went to pick it up, and the whole thing just snapped clean in half. So now it is now only like a 9-inch ruler, which does not do me much good when the squares I have to cut are 16.5 inches. So that is what I'm up to now, and then I will be heading home after that. Here it is. $10. That's good. Oh gosh, I'm just breaking everything. Let's get that hooked back up. There we go. Alright. Check. I just got back from exercising, so the logical thing to do is to immediately eat leftover Taco Bell. Alright, supper is done and put away. I am getting ready to work on some more of my t-shirt quilt project. This is the guy that I just bought at Michael's that you just saw. This is my old one, and just a nice clean break. So I'm going to hang on to it because it's not a bad thing to have these clear rulers hanging around, and now I have technically 2 of them. So there's that, but that's what I'm going to work on. Dan is over there working on schoolwork, and that's essentially it for our night. We're just going to do our respective works until it's time to go to bed. Wet hair. Little too soon. There we go. All air dried. We have friends coming over for dinner tonight. Edward and Yolanda. You met them. That camera's just like looking over my head there. Hello. Oh, nope, got it out. Okay. No, we're watching soccer. But we're currently preparing salad goodies right now. But like I said, Edward and Yolanda are coming over for dinner. This is our turn to cook for them, so we are making chicken Alfredo, which is a classic in our home. But we're just prepping everything. Edward is in class until 7, so when he gets out of class, him and Yolanda will head over. And they're bringing bread for us to make some garlic bread. And it's gonna be a great time.
Oh, yeah. Did you put any mozzarella in there?
Edward and Yolanda are here. Hey! Say hello. No, they brought over for us to try these awesome Kit Kats. Which, what flavor? It's matcha. Matcha tea.
Green tea.
Yeah, green tea. And they're really good.
Matcha tea. I wish I had some matcha tea.
Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. We're getting ready to play Catan now. Edward's over there looking through our Awkward Family Photos book.
Oh gosh.
It's not our awkward family photos.
This baby is traumatized.
Oh my god.
What are you guys doing to me? Why did they even pick the picture?
Oh gosh. But yeah, getting ready to play Catan and just hanging out.